What's up, guys? It's your boy Barça boy 103. Today we're gonna be doing the match preview for Celta Vigo versus Barcelona in La Liga, the final match before the November international break, where Barcelona are desperate than ever to pick up a comfortable win in any single match, and they have a very, and I mean very tough away day to end off this October to November international break period, which has been an absolute shambles for Barcelona. Here they have an opportunity to salvage some points, salvage some dignity before the break, but again, it's not looking like that will be a reality. But before we get into it, make sure you guys smash that like button down below, and let's try and get to 200 likes on this video. It would be very much appreciated. And also, if you are new, make sure you subscribe down below if you haven't already, and let's get into it. Kickoff time for this match will be taking place at 9 p.m. local time, the regular kickoff time in La Liga, and this match will be taking place at the Estadio de Baedos, the home of Celta Vigo, where our record there recently isn't terrible, but our record maybe overall over the past 10 years is an absolutely disgusting record. It's kind of the new Anoeta for us, you can say. Last season we drew 2-2, being 2-0 up, conceding 2 goals in 2 minutes in the late 80th minute to draw the game. We won in the last second under Xavi with the Lewandowski penalty. I think the season before that there was like a 3-3 draw, being 3-0 up. Like, the record recently here is quite horrific. Let's start off by taking a look at the league table, where Barcelona are currently sat in second place in La Liga on 25 points after playing 11 matches. We do have 8 wins, 1 draw, and 2 losses. You look at our last 5 games in the league, 3 wins, 2 losses, quite an abysmal recent record. Top of the table is Real Madrid on 30 points, 5-point difference. After 11 matches, they have 10 wins and 1 loss. Of course, that 1 loss coming against Atletico Madrid. In the last 5 games, they're 4 wins out of 4, with that 1 loss being against Atletico. Of course, our 2 losses against Sevilla and Real Madrid. Villarreal just 2 points behind us. So if we lose and they win, we will drop to 3rd place. Atletico Madrid as well on 22 points. If they win by maybe a 2 or 3 goal margin and we lose, they could also jump on top of us in the league table. Barcelona with a loss here could potentially end up in 4th place in La Liga following this match. This is how crucial this game is. And when you look at the top teams who they'll be facing this weekend, Atletico Madrid going to be hosting Levante. That should be an easy 3 points. But Real Madrid going away to Rayo Vallecano. That is an interesting one. Of course, our record there is quite poor. Their record there recently has been, I wouldn't say as poor as ours, but they've dropped some points there recently, so you never know. But again, we play Celta away, so I can't even say hoping we can capitalize on that, but keep your eyes on that, of course. But I think both these 2 games will be taking place today as well, so we'll see how things do turn out. But again, the pressure could definitely be on. Barcelona could end up in 3rd or 4th place going into this match as well, to kind of give them a perspective of what things look like if they do end up losing. Madrid could drop points as well following that Liverpool loss midweek. Things could go in our way, but there are more signs and more indications that it won't go our way. If you take a look at our opponents in Celta Vigo and where they're currently standing in the league table, they're currently sat in 12th place in La Liga on 13 points. After playing 11 matches, they only have 2 wins, 7 draws, and 2 losses. Look at their last 5 games in the league, 2 wins, 2 draws, and a loss. So their only 2 wins in La Liga have come in their last 2 games, but shows how poor they started the season off, but now they're flying. You can see where they're amongst around as well, 1 point behind Athletic Club, same points as Sevilla, who already beat us this season. So again, the record shows that they haven't been that great this season. Only 2 wins, and both those 2 wins coming in their last 2 games as well. But again, their form as of late has been quite scary. Let's now take a look at our opponents in Celta Vigo. Like I mentioned, so far this season, they haven't been maybe so flying, so fantastic in La Liga, but the recent form begs to differ. The last time we did face them was at the Montjuic in a tight 4-3 victory for Barcelona as we were chasing the La Liga title. I believe we were 3-1 or 3-0 down in this game. I think it was 3-1 down and we made a comeback. I mean, we were a comeback FC last season, Remontada FC last season. So we had a one win against Celta Vigo last season, and a very narrow win. Raphinha last second penalty, and then a 2-2 draw, which shows how tough those games were last season when we were playing at our best. When we take a look at Celta Vigo's last 6 matches in all competition, in their last match, they beat Dinamo Zagreb 3-0. They beat Levante 2-1. They won a couple of first round 2-0. They beat Osasuna 3-2. They beat Nice 2-1. And they drew 1-1 with Real Sociedad. So undefeated in their last 6 games, 5 wins out of 5 in their last 5 games as well. They're coming into this match in red hot form. But let's take a look at those last 3 games in all competition. Firstly, 3-2 win against Osasuna. I'm not going to look at the Copa del Rey game, obviously. This match very interesting, of course, at Osasuna at the El Sadar Stadium, and Celta Vigo coming out with their first win of the La Liga season in that stadium. You can see how they lined up in this game in the 3-4-3 with Ferran Jucla and Brian Zaragoza on the wing, Borja Iglesias leading the line, Ilaix Moriba holding it down the midfield, Marcos Alonso in the back line. A very tight game, and it was Ferran Jucla with a brace to help Celta Vigo get their first points of the season. Very much a back and forth in this game. I would say both defenses were non-existent in regards to chances being leaked and chance creation as well. But I think really both teams were just going at it. Both defenses were quite ropey, but Celta Vigo were just a bit more clinical. I wouldn't say it was a thumping Celta Vigo performance or anything like that, but that's how you get your first win of the La Liga season. Next up is their 2-1 win against Levante, also away from home as well. This time Oscar Mengueta with a goal and an assist. Again, Ilaix Moriba still holding down the midfield, Marcos Alonso on the left center back side. That front three of Ferran Jucla, Brian Zaragoza, and Borja Iglesias still leading the line. And again, in this match, I would probably say Levante were on top for a lot of the game as well. Being the home team as well, you do expect that. I think that Celta Vigo got their goal quite early and then were very conservative in their play to show how well they can be in defensive actions as well. I think their midfield had strong runners as well, was overloading a little bit, even though Levante did beat the press a few times. But again, in a match like this away from home, this is where they get their second win of the La Liga season in a narrow fashion of 2-1, and their final match in all competition is a 3-0 win against Dinamo Zagreb in the Europa League. Very interesting game this was, but a very good performance from Celta Vigo. Duran up front getting a brace on the night. You have Zaragoza on the left hand side. You can see in this match they did make some rotation. Iago Aspas playing, as an attacking midfielder in this game as well. But look, no Marcos Alonso, no Mengueta, no Ilaix Moriba, no Ferran Jucla, no Borja Iglesias. So they're resting, key players in this game as well. The rest of the goalkeeper, they do. I mean, maybe they have the cup goalkeeper for this game, but yeah, again, they're flying their first clean sheet in a while as well. It could be their first one of the season, and then go back. This is their first one since mid-October, so it was a good game for them. On the end of the day, we had some good finishes, and they had a really solid display as well. So overall, final thoughts on Celta Vigo. They're a very good team, and they have some good players as well. They are managed by their manager Claudio Geraldes, who has been with the job, I think, over the past year or so. I think he's the next manager after Rafa Benitez. Don't quote me on that, but he's done very well for them during his spell and also in recent matches as well. In terms of players to look out for, madre mia, the storylines here are crazy. Yeah, Ferran Jucla facing Barcelona again, Marcos Alonso, Ilaix Moriba, Borja Iglesias, who scored a hat-trick against us last season, Iago Aspas, who's been terrorizing me since I was 12 years old. You have Oscar Mengueta facing Barcelona yet again. It's a good team on paper, really, and they made some improvements this summer following some, big players leaving. For example, like their goalkeeper Guaita, they brought Radu in to replace him. Even the defensive line is more balanced. They have a bit more structure as well, so it's scary, absolutely scary hours. And of course, this match will be their first home game in about 2 or 3 weeks as well. The last 4 or 5 games have all been away from home. October 23rd, so the Clasico weekend was the last time they had a home game. So their fans are gonna be, even extra excited for this game. Not only is it Barcelona, but they've won 4 out of 4 away games as well, and they're looking quite, on red hot form at the moment. So it's looking absolutely scary. And again, this team can definitely be deadly to Barcelona in many different fashions. Now, heading into this match, we do have an injury update, and the injury update is on Jules Kounde, who is a serious doubt for this match. According to Carlos Monfront of Sport, Jules Kounde withdrew from training due to lingering discomfort and is a serious doubt for tomorrow's match against Celta Vigo. Eric Garcia could replace him as the right back wearing a protective mask. The plan was to actually rest probably Eric Garcia for this game. It looks like now he'll have to start as Jules Kounde is struggling with some discomfort. I believe he did not train yesterday as a conservative way to maybe give him some rest, but again, he left the training session early today as well, so it looks like he is a bit of a doubt for this game. He could still maybe be in the squad list, could maybe still start as well. There are some different scenarios. It was not 100% a ruled out injury. We'll wait and see if the club do confirm any sort of injury on Jules Kounde in the next few hours, but there is some lingering doubt about his potential to start this match tomorrow. Time now to get into the press conference reaction of Hansi Flick, who spoke this early afternoon at the Sportiva Joan Gamper in Barcelona to give us some updates heading into this match, and let's get in to see what he said. Wasn't too happy about what he's been saying in this press conference. He spoke on Celta Vigo, and that right now Celta Vigo is in good form, but ultimately it comes down to attitude. We've talked about it. It's important to win there. We want to go there and get 3 points. He was asked on the club's support after recent, performances, and it's always important to have the confidence of the club, of the president and Deco. We need confidence. We saw that against Club Brugge. We left gaps. It's not always easy. We have a clear structure and we have to stay connected even when we don't have the ball. We've talked about this. I mean, you can talk about it all you want. I'm not seeing any improvement on the pitch whatsoever. Talk, all talk and no action. You're the one that's saying that we've been training really well in the past few weeks. It looks like we've gotten worse on the pitch. As about coming back to the spotlight camp now, to be honest, I don't even care. As Araujo Garcia, and he's hoping that he'll be back after the international break. Yeah, it's looking good for him. On learning from the past few games, that look, I know it's easy to compare, but in the end, you have to look at the whole picture. He was also talked about, the question also included about his Bayern Munich second season. So look, I don't want to talk about Bayern Munich. We've always won we also won the Bundesliga in our second season. We have injured players here, and they're important. We're managing it well. We're 5 points behind the Real Madrid, but we're in second place. We have a long way to go until May when everyone is back. We'll be at our best after just 2 or 3 games. What we have to do is keep fighting. We don't see that in the Club Brugge game, and I hope we can see that tomorrow. What the fuck? He's talking as if his head is gone, man. It really is. Like, you're telling me that, 2 or 3 players coming back is gonna absolutely change this team to light. It won't. It literally won't. He is talking like a psychotic, stubborn manager who's looking to either walk or get sacked. Like, it is brutal. On Eric Garcia and Jules Kounde, saying, look, Eric Garcia can play, is fine. He can play with the mask. As for Kounde, I have doubts he'll be included in the squad. So again, more confirmation there of Kounde's absence. On the structural and combat problems, last season was different. We played at a different level. We've already talked about the match against Broja. Everyone knows what we want is in green. We have to show it, analyze it, and we have to see it reflect in our performances. On Gabby, it's always going to talk about how he helps us. It's important. He's a character. His mindset outstanding. He'll be delighted when we return. We'll all have to just stay away for him. On the the same thing I ask when he's here, that he takes care of himself. He's changed. He's better now. He's training very well in the gym, which is important for his injury. We can see him at his best, but he's not at 100% yet. Still, I think we can take care of him, and I think we are. On the stars, to me, the team is important. The team is more important than great players. Well, the team is more important than great players. How can we keep talking about, your 4 or 5 players coming back from injury? That's actually going to change the perspective of this team. But that concludes the Flick press conference heading into this match against Celta Vigo tomorrow. Not that encouraging. Let's now get into the lineup prediction. We'll go start with the manager, of course, Hansi Flick. I'm going to try my best to predict this lineup. I think it will be very, very easy to predict. Why? Because we're shit, and he's stubborn, and he picks the exact same team week in, week out. He's going to go with this lineup on the screen right now with Szczesny in goal, a back 4, Eric Garcia, Ronald Araujo, Pau Cubarsi, and Alejandro Balde. Midfield 3 of De Jong, Casado, and Fermin Lopez. Front 3 of Lamine Yamal, Lewandowski, and Marcus Rashford. So of course Kounde is going to be out for this game. We'll see Eric Garcia at the right back. Maybe a bit of a change there. I forgot to change Kounde for Eric Garcia. I'm too lazy to change the graphic. Allow it. I think you'll go with Lewandowski up front. I think Ferran has not been on too good a form, and Lewis probably ready to start games now. We could maybe see Ferran up front, but barring that change, the rest of the team's going to be exact same. I don't think he'll start Olmo. Maybe on the left. Not definitely on the position for Fermin Lopez. And there's the team picks itself, of course. Frankie de Jong, Casado are only 2 fit pivots. Araujo and Cubarsi, the only really 2 fit center backs. Christensen is back, but Is he back to start? Probably not. Balde our only left back. Szczesny our only goalkeeper. Will he start Rooney? No. So this will be the lineup, barring maybe Varane up front. And of course, it will be Eric Garcia at right back. So boring, boring, boring. And what can you do, really? And that includes what I think that Flick will go with. But of course, in the comments down below, let me know what you think Hansi Flick will select. Now I'm going to show you guys my lineup, what I would do if I was the Barcelona coach. You're probably expecting some big differences from my lineup selection, but really, it's not that much. I have decided, though, that it's time to change the formation based on the current players available. So I've gone with a 4-3-3. Szczesny in goal, Eric Garcia, Cubarsi, Christensen, and Balde in the back line. A midfield 3 of De Jong, Dani Olmo, and Fermin Lopez. Front 3 of Lamine Yamal, Lewandowski, and Rashford. So from Flick's lineup, really, I brought in Christensen for Araujo, and I brought in Dani Olmo for Casado, pretty much. My changes here, firstly, Christensen, I'm just want to try something different. I mean, Araujo is not strung a light to me. I think this game is going to be more technical than more so defending and needing, battles in the air. So I've gone with Christensen there. Midfield, I haven't been too fond of Casado lately. I would change him. Bernal's not ready to start, so I needed to bring in Dani Olmo. So I've gone with the makeshift 4-3-3. I think this midfield maybe isn't the most balanced in the world, but it can work. I would have maybe Dani Olmo playing that more so of an 8 position, and then Fermin Lopez in the 10. Front 3 is the exact same thing as Flick. I would go with Lua up front, Rashford on the left as well. But this way, at least we can get maybe a bit more of an attacking team going, and also, change things up as well, because something needs to change at some point. But this will be the line that I select for this match. But of course, in the comments down below, let me know if you want to pick my lineup or Flick's lineup. Time now for my score prediction. What do I believe the result will be in this match? My prediction is that Barcelona will lose. Writings on the wall with the Flick lineup selection, our current form, how good Celta Vigo are, the terroristic players they have that will always turn into prime R9 and Ronaldinho against us, away at the Baedos as well. Everything here has a loss for Barcelona written all over it. And what sucks is that we could end up in fucking 4th place if we lose this game. Listen, it's a stadium where we've struggled in. We're in absolutely shite form as well. Celta Vigo are in red hot form. They want to, of course, get one over Barcelona. They've gotten one over us over the past 10 years on multiple different occasions, when we were at our absolute best and when we were at our absolute worst. Away from home, they beat us. You could call me pessimistic, you could call me an idiot. I predicted Barcelona to win the Clasico 3-0 and we lost 2-1. So fuck you for everyone saying I'm negative. I'm being honest. This is how I feel. I felt like we could go in the Clasico and win 3-0. I think we're gonna go into this match, losing. Where is the confidence that you can show me that we're gonna go there and win this game? We've been absolutely poor against Club Brugge, Elche, Girona, PSG, Sevilla, Real Madrid. There's no even Olympiacos. We won 6-1, but we played like shite, and Olympiacos just suck. And that red card helped us. So what proof and evidence can you tell me that Barcelona can go into this game and win? You're just going off the name and the players, and that's not the reality of the situation. I pray to God I'm wrong, and especially getting a loss before the international break is going to be a big blow for us, especially in terms of the league table. But unfortunately, I do believe that Barcelona will lose this match as my official prediction. But of course, in the comments down below, let me know what you think the scoreline will be. So that was a match preview for Celta Vigo versus Barcelona in La Liga. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, of course, make sure you drop a like down below. And of course, in the comments down below as well, let me know your thoughts on everything we did discuss. The main thing on our firstly, of course, is your score prediction. And secondly, on those lineups. Firstly, we're going to pick my lineup or Flick's lineup. What do you think Flick will go with? What would you go with if you were the manager? Leave me all your thoughts down below. And of course, make sure you guys subscribe down below as well if you haven't already, and I will see you guys tomorrow for the live watch along. Set the reminder on the screen and come and join me and watch the game with me. Follow after the match by my match review. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Big game ahead. I would say nothing but the 3 points, because that's the reality situation, but we might not even get a single point out of this game. So any points on the table, I'll probably take at this point, but hopefully we can go for all 3. And I'll see you guys then for that. Take care and Forza Barca. Go!